for a little while to give you more history, okay? All around here, you can see the beautiful gardens. A number of these gardens all the way around into this complex, about 16 garden with a symmetric number. Okay, and across the garden, the white building over there, you can see that's the main mausoleum of complex known as the Taj Mahal. And Taj Mahal name to this monument, that's not a Hindi. It's like Arabic and Persian, I mean Irani name. And the Taj Mahal name to this monument has the meaning itself. So Taj means crown and Mahal means palace. So the meaning of Taj Mahal is like beautiful crown palace on the earth. But so much has been said about Taj Mahal that to say anything more would be anticlimax. This is such a dream wrapped in a marble. It's a cake overrated by eyes. Even this is the finest example of love which was expressed by the king to his wife after she died. So this monument actually was constructed by one of the Mughal king in the loving memory his wife after she died. So the king who constructed the Taj Mahal, his name was Shah Jahan, who was the fifth Mughal ruler in the Mughal family, who had altogether three wives as an official, along with 200 concubines. You know the meaning of concubines? Like haram girls. 200 girls he had in a haram house to entertain by her by his own. So he had no children from any haram girls. Why he had no kids? Because by religion king was Muslim. And according to Islam religion, people not allowed to keep more than four wives officially. And even they're not allowed to make children before marry. So king was not really able to get married with those 200 concubines in the same time. That's why he had no kids from them. He had all the children from official wife of third, because king had three wives as an official. So first two wife out of three, he got like a child marriage and political reason, as per the father decision. And the third lady was chosen by himself as he fall in love with her. So when he become king, so first thing he did to got married with the third lady. When queen and the king they got married, they were really young of age. King was at the age 21, while queen was at the age of 19. Just after married to her, king given her a title name Mumtaz Mahal. Later on, that lady died at the age of 39. Then the king decided to construct Taj Mahal. And after completion this monument, she was buried inside. And as per her name, he come to call this monument Taj Mahal. Okay. How many years lady spent with the king as a married life? Only 20 years. Because at the age 19, she married to him. At the age of 39, she died. And by the 20 years of married life, lady given birth so many kids. 14 kids altogether she given birth. So by number of kids, you can imagine how much they love each other. And after giving birth 14 kids, lady really deserved to have a monument in the memory of herself. To make that happy at the end so far, he constructed Taj Mahal. But out of 14 kids, 8 of them died on every pre-childbirth. Because back in 1600 century, Mughal people had no good medical science like modern century people. That's why 8 of them children died on every pre-childbirth. Only 6 children survived. Out of 6 children, king had 4 sons and 2 daughters. But out of 4 sons, who was on number third, he killed his first eldest brother to be a king. When his son killed his first brother to be a king, then he put his father into the prison. So the king who constructed this monument, he was imprisoned by his own son. Why his son put him into prison and why he killed 2 brothers? Because as per the royal family, who is the elder son of king, he would be next king after father. But the third son had no chance to become king. That's why he killed 2 first brother to be king. And after that, he put his father in prison. Why? Because of his father. After completion, the white monument for his wife, he started to build the second Taj Mahal for himself in the black. He wanted to build the white only for queen and the black he wanted to build for himself. But the black Taj Mahal didn't complete because his son who put him into prison, he didn't want to complete the black Taj for father. He thought, my father again gonna be crazy man. Again he gonna spend all the money, all the treasure for second mausoleum. That was such a main reason son put him into prison as under house arrest to save money. So where did he start to build the black one? The black one he started to build behind the white. And behind the white Taj Mahal, they are flowing the river Yamuna. And across the river, he started to build the black one for himself. They are never complete any monument. They are complete only the base foundation of building, which is still remain there as like an evidence of black Taj Mahal. So which we can see when you go all the way up from back of the building, you will see the river flowing behind the Taj. And across the river, On the other side of the river, in the garden, you can see big octagon circle. There would be circle as a foundation of like Taj Mahal. And now that place is really popular to see the sunset from the riverside. People in the evening go to see sunset from that point. Because from the outside, you can see the best sunset from the riverside. So the king, when he become prisoner into his own palace. Palace not so far from here. The palace is far from here, about 2 kilometers in the northwest of Taj Mahal. And the palace called Red Fort as well as Agra Fort. So when the king become prisoner into that palace, from the window of prison he saw the Taj Mahal. For how long he become prisoner there by his own son for last 7 years. Even he died in the prison at the age of 70. But who look after him all the time? Not the son, as the son put him into prison. So king had 2 daughters along with the 4 sons. Who was the eldest daughter of him, she looked after him all the time. When her father died, then the daughter decided to bury him into Taj Mahal. So the tomb of king at the Taj Mahal was made by daughter, not by son. And the tomb of queen was made by king. Because she died earlier than him, and back then king was in power. Right? So that's why both of them, I mean the queen and the king together, they buried inside. So when you go up inside the building, you're going to see the grave of queen and the king. But which grave we're going to see up inside the main mausoleum on to the floor in their main chamber? They are not going to be a real. They're not going to be original. You're going to see the duplicate, like replicas. Because original grave of queen and the king, they remain all the way in basement to the monument. And downstairs to the building in basement to the monument, there is remain the original grave of queen and the king. And now they shut down permanent from last 10 years for all the tourist people. Why they shut down? Because within past 10 years, Taj Mahal tourism developed so well. Taj Mahal become more popular. And every day, so many people come to visit Taj Mahal, and average up to 50 and 60,000 people come to visit in a day. And every year, more or less 7 million people come to visit Taj Mahal every year. So in basement to monument, there is not really enough ventilation and room than the upstairs. So all people really can't go downstairs to get in the same time. That's the reason original grave is shut down permanent for the public. Which tomb you want to see up inside the main chamber or into the mausoleum, those tomb would be replica and above the rear. And replica they made at the same time when they made the original in the basement. That's why the replica looks same as the rear. But all around the replica grave, there would be really enough room and ventilation than the basement. So nowadays, no matter people who visit Taj Mahal, everyone able to see those duplicate not real. So when you go up inside the building, you gotta still really get to. So when you go inside the building, you wanna see the small tomb centered to the main mausoleum. There would be the tomb of Lady Mumtaz Mahal, and for the left to the lady, there would be one more tomb with the bigger size, and there would be tomb of king. So the king tomb is a bigger than lady inside the monument. You know why? By nature fact that man height taller than lady always. In Islam, people never cremated bodies. When they died, they always go to bury them. So when they make the cenote like graves, they always come together than lady for the man. That's why the king and the queen tomb, they are inside. You're going to figure it out as like nonsense. Yeah. Only the tomb of them is the thing in the Taj is a non-symmetric. And king had a plan also to construct this building only for lady. That's why she's buried as the center to the main building. And king didn't want to bury himself into this white, as he wanted to bury him in the black. But the black didn't complete. So when he died, he buried next to the lady by daughter. Guess what? Queen and the king together, they buried inside the main. And the queen, when she died earlier than king at the age of 39. But how she died? She died during the last childbirth. At the time, queen was pregnant. So the last 14 feet of queen was second daughter of her. Daughter survived just after delivery, or queen died. And before die, she spent her last night. Into the last night, she saw the dream. By the dream, she come to know that she not gonna live any more long for herself and the husband. Then the next day in the morning, lady had desire to meet the king before she died. Unfortunate king was not there as the king was busy to the battlefield. He was running their military campaign against the local tribal. And he was away from the queen place more or less about 20 miles away. When king had a message there, he again become father to a 14 kid, becomes happy, come to know she's really sick, not going to survive anymore long, and she really want to meet him. So sudden king decided not to continue fight with the tribal. He given all the charge to his general of army, then he head back to the lady place to back up. By the last meeting, lady was lying into the arms of him, and she was looking in the eyes of him and saying those last prayers were, "My dear husband, this is the ever wish I had in my life. If I'm going to die, I must be die in her arms, which come true by the grace of."